What's up, you guys? Riley here with Learn With Me. And on this episode, we're just going to kind of go through my garden. And for right now, I'm going to show off my swamp sunflowers that are blooming. It's going to be like slightly a garden update, kind of like a harvest of my peanut plant. And just kind of resolving some leftover harvest that we have. So let's get to it. Alright, so here you see one peanut plant, and these are what the peanut leaves look like. You see another one which looks a bit rough, but the reason it looks rough is because I had to pour water on it and a bunch of ants that have been living inside that pie started to freak out. So yeah, there goes that. And then you have this one container that I was growing some sweet potatoes in, and also a peanut plant and some turmeric. So I just wanted to see how those turned out. There wasn't too many leaves on this sweet potato plant and too many vines, so I didn't think it did too well, but yeah, who knows. And as you can see, I have a compost bin behind us so that we can repurpose the soil for the new season. So let's get to it. All right, first we're gonna start with this peanut plant. All right, here it goes. And it had some blooms, but those are all gone now. But yeah, let's see how it did. Check it out, you guys. I actually got a couple peanuts here. Isn't that nuts? Look at it. Right there, right there, right there. Isn't that pretty awesome? And I'm gonna pick my harvest in here, and I don't know, I think I might bring this in for the winter, just at least at one of them. Let's see how it goes. All right. Next, we have the bigger peanut plant. Let's see how this one did. So far, we're noticing this one had about the same amount, roughly. Not too bad, but still pretty cool to see peanuts growing, you know? Now let's see if there's any other peanuts in this pot over here. Nope, seems like it was just a measly like 6, but you know what, I can't complain. I was just doing it just for the sake of growing it. All right, let's move on to the sweet potatoes and turmeric. Now the turmeric, I didn't really expect much from, to be honest with you, and that's full of ants too. But I wanted to still, like, you know, show you guys it harvesting. I put it in the ground. And look at this. Look how cool that is. Another turmeric plant. Ooh, mosquito's trying to get me. I'm doing pretty good. I think that's pretty awesome. I'm actually probably gonna give this to a friend to see if they can have some more adventures growing this awesome plant. Alright, now to pull up these vines. Oh, would you look at that? Got me a pretty solid sweet potato there. Not too bad. I wonder if this is the original one that I started with. Of course, we have a little peanut plant right here. Didn't really do too much, but you know, we're excited for it. And at least we got some good soil to repurpose. Yeah, check it out, you guys. Some more sweet potatoes. You know, it's crazy that I'm thinking that this one did a bit better than the other ones that I did. Even though this one didn't really do as well in regard to the leaves. And this is just yet another excuse to turn the pile. Turning my pile can be so therapeutic, you guys. You know, as we reflect on the end of this season, you know, while the crops might not have been what we hoped, I'm still thankful, you know, for the ability to get in the garden and grow stuff. Because not many people have that. And, you know, I'm thankful for everything that I can do as far as getting the garden and all the different things I can grow. Now, is this enough to feed like several families? Oh no, it could barely feed me. But it's still nice to be able to get out here and do that stuff. Well, that's it for the compost contribution and the peanut and turmeric and sweet potato harvest. Let's look at what we got. So we got one sweet potato here and one here. That's awesome. Two different types, so that's cool that both of them did somewhat okay, to produce at least somewhat okay results. And we got the peanut plants. If you guys have any tips about how to, like, you know, their perennials or how to get them ready for, you know, future plantings, please let me know in the comments, or if you guys have any other suggestions. We also have the turmeric plant here. All right, now that we've wrapped that all up, let's get this inside and let me get to showing you the swamp sunflowers. Let's go. Check it out, you guys. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. Look at this little guy. He's saying, don't mind me. Just trying to get some pollen. Look at all this. You know, that's one thing I love about where I stay, is being able to have all this just different nature and different plants and stuff like that, just to be able to be around here. Isn't this awesome, you guys? Well, you guys, it has been a blast as always. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, say hey, and tell me some things that you're thankful for, or things that went well with your garden harvest this year. Look forward to reading y'all's comments, and if you guys know anybody else that's either in the Memphis area that might like this stuff, or who's getting into gardening and want to see some trial and errors that I make, but also want to see the motivation behind it, show them the video. Otherwise, I will catch you guys next time. See ya. Ooh, almost forgot my purple sweet potatoes, like the Japanese ones. I don't think these did too well, but let's go ahead and check it out. Holy crap, check it out, you guys. We got a huge one. Whoa, look at this joker. Look at this, isn't this nuts? Finally got one purple sweet potato. Oh, watch out, guys, I'm about to feed the whole village. But isn't that freaking awesome? All right, let's see if there's anything else in there. Now, I will say right off the bat, the biggest difference I had with this one is I put in more dead leaves. So dead leaves are gonna have to be the majority of these piles going forward if I'm gonna have any true success when it comes to sweet potatoes. Or at least hope to have any. Wanted to be a little destructive there. It's still a bit tough, as was the last one that didn't do well. So, I'm gonna really have to focus in on ensuring that majority of the pile is leaves and not just good soil. Because while the compost helps, the leaves breaking down is really what has helped these do so much better, it looks like. That's it, you guys.